There it is, 270.72. 168,000 people. All right. We need to talk about something. All right, I did something out of this world this weekend. It's related to fantasy football. This week in fantasy football, week 12, I shit my pants. Okay, so let me explain here. I just get sweaty thinking about it. This is unreal. This week in fantasy football, in a PPR league, I scored 270.72.
That's ridiculous.
Look at that. Can you see that? That's insane. On top of that, I posted this to Twitter. I posted my score to Twitter before it was even finished. I was at 250 at the time. Posted it to Twitter. It went viral. It has over 170,000 impressions and over 750 likes. And the responses to it are hilarious. But I'm just gonna show you my fantasy lineup and show you how legendary it really is. I'm gonna record my screen so you guys can see this. All right, so here we are. There it is, 270.72. Here's my matchup right here. It is just insane. I had Deshaun Watson, who was the top fantasy quarterback for week 12. Derrick Henry, who was the top fantasy running back for week 12. Followed by Antonio Gibson, which was the second most scoring fantasy running back in week 12. I had Tyreek Hill, who was the #1 fantasy wide receiver for week 12. Will Fuller, who was the #2 fantasy wide receiver in week 12. Dallas Goedert, who was the #1 tight end in fantasy for week 12. I had a good defense. I mean, 12 points from the New York Giants. That's pretty damn good. I'll take that. And my kicker, Young-Ho Koo, the top fantasy kicker for week 12. Oh yeah, and look at my bench. I mean, I got Nick Chubb. Why did I bench Nick Chubb? I'll get to that in a second. I got David Johnson. He's on IR. Robbie Anderson, Justin Herbert there, and Austin Eckler. So I got a pretty stacked team. Now you may be asking, how is it that stacked? Are you in a 2-person league? Are you playing with 2 people? Why is it that stacked? This league is 8 people. Regardless if this is an 8-person, if it's a 6-person, this score is insane. To line up all of these players, these top fantasy players in this week, to have them all on the same team is rare. But to play all of those people in this week, that's insane. That's so freaking rare. Oh, and I have Keenan Allen, who did the worst for me. It's just crazy. This is just unbelievable. I'm recording this on Tuesday, December 1st. Obviously, all of this happened on Sunday and Monday. Will Fuller, if you guys didn't hear the news, got suspended for 6 games. Dude's taking drugs. He had a legendary last performance of the season. He's a free agent this offseason. Who knows what's going to happen to him? I am just still in awe about this. So I posted it to Twitter, you know? So yeah, let's go to Twitter real quick. And I'll show you this post. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Bald Boy Lucas, that's me. All right, so here's the post. I replied to the Fantasy Footballers, great podcast. If you guys want to listen to them, shout out to them. They wanted to know about if you had a specific stud or a stinker that, you know, affected your fantasy lineup for this week. I posted a screenshot, all of these players. That's all I said. This post blew up. It's got 750 likes as of right now. Look at the impressions here. 168,000 people saw this tweet. 68,000 people interacted with it. For people that know, I don't go on Twitter a lot. I mainly use it because of football. Let's just read through some of these tweets. Theoretically, based upon August draft value, someone has the lineup: Deshaun Watson, Derrick Henry, Antonio Gibson, Tyreek Hill, Fuller. He posted this at 5:26 on Sunday. And he's like, who has it? Show me. I had it. And he was shitting his pants. Robert Wilson, a staff writer for the Fantasy Footballers, he's just like, this is the one. So I mean, we got a bunch of these. But like Nick Chubb on the bench, like a bunch of people referring to Nick Chubb, why I benched Nick Chubb. In this league, it's a 3 wide receiver league. I don't normally do those leagues, but this is how this league is. You only can play 2 running backs. So I picked Derrick Henry because it's a no-brainer. Now people are like, why'd you play Antonio Gibson over Nick Chubb? You gotta look at the matchup, and I rolled the dice. I don't know. I mean, if this was a normal flex league, I would have flexed Nick Chubb, but I probably wouldn't have played Will Fuller. You know, I mean, Keenan Allen was locked and loaded for me. Like, I was playing him no matter what. But I just went with the young rookie, and look what he did. Freaking 3 touchdowns. I mean, I had Jake here, senior writer for the Athletic Fantasy. He was looking at it, he liked it like this, like, oh my God, and Jesus. This is funny. We are all Packer boy. Not me, though. Effing home run grand slam all over the place with 1 to play too, which was Dallas Goedert, who got me 20 points. Keenan Allen, what a bust. The people I tweeted at originally, they tweeted back. They're like, Manny says the Holy Grail. This is how rare it is. It's extremely rare. Like, what? I thought this was funny. Sunday night, he's like, twist of fate. Goddard with 103 fumbles this week. Poor Packer boy. But these are pretty funny. This is good. Stop! He's already dead. Natalie said, make sure to check on Packer boy today. I talked to Packer boy. He couldn't believe it either. As soon as Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller played, that was the first game of week 12. He's like, I give up. Yeah, this guy. What a flex playing Gibson over Chubb. What can I say? I'm a freaking wizard. What? This can't be real. If I'm your opponent, I'd delete the app. This was funny. This happened before Goddard played. Thank goodness he has Goddard. I need a big game from him tomorrow. I love it. Better go buy a lotto ticket, because that's ridiculously lucky. I'm not one to usually buy lottery tickets. Maybe I'll buy a scratch off and win $5. Starting to feel good about the Goddard start? Yes. I said, let's hope if I can get to 269 points, my life would be complete. I had 270. 1 point off. But yeah, Matt over here, he said, scored a 169 last week. Pretty stoked on it. 269 is mastery. I still can't believe it. Did you go to Keenan's Twitter and berate him for not giving you 30 plus? Chubb on the bench. Keenan Allen sucks. Reported for blatant witchcraft. So yeah, I mean, you have all these tweets, all these threads. There's a ton of them. It's unbelievable. My goodness. I just wanted to make a short little video explaining how nuts this is. I still can't believe it. I mean, I'm a big NFL nut. So this is a big deal to me. And I love fantasy football. If you guys haven't played fantasy football, go and play fantasy football next year. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things on this planet. Can't believe I got a score of 270. Yeah, it's extremely rare, and just thought I would share that and, you know, kind of brag, flex, but basically a fantasy football professional. I guess that's it.